So guys, just follow up on my no photo videos, NFT. It's now called NES, No Enemies, seriously. And then the Super NES, which basically it's like a superhero on a superhero level. It's like there's a human level of like just everyday, like I want to raise, and then there's like the everlife and immortality side of it. So I don't know, that's all you gotta say. But oh shit, yeah, and then yeah. So, but the main topic of today is like like the status of today's Earth, at least America. This like little California view of how we're blinded. It's like a little filter, safetyville for whoever's grown up in like Sacramento area. When I say tiny town, you think like small town. But it's actually like little Mr. Rogers, little perfect town vibe. Like it's like this weird little idea that California is like half of the United States, and that the rest of the world just is completely separate from people who live in California. It's like you talk to anyone from California that isn't from a foreign country, or even from people who are foreigners that have lived here for long enough. It's like California becomes the entire world, and everywhere else is separate. It goes the other way too. Like foreigners, like they don't really see Americans as like people. I mean, it's just like a common problem with, I guess, every little society. But the main focus, or the main idea is like, for sure with phone technology, how we're connected all the way across the world. Like the other side of the planet is for sure, at minimum, like a phone call, like a face ID away, right? At maximum, by the end of the day, you could be all the way on the other side of the planet. So when we talk about these wars, when we talk about coronavirus, like coronavirus cities where it's really serious, like this city, at least Sacramento or California, has this really bad opinion that the war in the Middle East, that like the other, I think the coronavirus sickness case is at like 11.4 million. So the other 90% or 10 million coronavirus cases, those are all like way over there, completely disconnected. But see, the world news is about planet Earth. And just because you're on California side of this planet Earth doesn't mean that the people on the other side like are non-existent. All that stuff has effect here. And what that also like leads into is like people, we all know that like magic, or we'll call it like super science, exists, right? And it's like people have a really weird disconnection too between the history of this super science. America has, a separation of church and state, but the planet Earth, that the Bible, the story of the Bible, the real kind of the historical aspect of the Bible, it was written about people on planet Earth. You could say in the Middle East, but it's, the middle, like by the end of the day, I'll end up in the place where the Bible was written, like where the story of the Bible takes place. So you have to understand that you are still connected to this planet, and this sickness that is like the most deadly or most widespread sickness since the bubonic plague in Europe. Not to mention all the California fires, the drought, extreme corruption, civil unrest. You look at all of it in summation, and you go, wow. Well, if the Bible exists and this land itself, California, is going through droughts, fires, corruption, civil unrest, and now the world's going through like worldwide plague. You just take a step and you go, okay, what is happening, right? So. Yeah, there's that idea. The other idea is that Japan, the country where we bombed, about 350,000 citizens and only about 50,000 soldiers, that was in the 50s, and that was so long ago. But 9/11 was already 20 years ago, and we still get touchy and we still scream terrorist. But from the flip side of it, we killed about 300,000 citizens in Japan, right? And you see Japan is all the way east, right? Japan is actually just right there west. So stuff like that. I mean, other countries are pissed at us, you know? We call them terrorists because of 9/11. Oh, well, Nagasaki, Hiroshima was 70 years ago. Right now they're because, you know, we have these white Americans who, A, didn't watch this video, the previous sentence in the video, and B, who get pissed off retarded over, like, literal ignorance. And it's happening right now. That's that super science. But regardless, it's just from the flip side. Nobody's a terrorist. Nobody's an enemy. When you have Americans erasing other American families, you know, because of prejudice, because of improper judgment based on